Okay, I'm going to show you two different options on how to attach the standards to the courses so that your teachers can see them in PowerTeacher Pro. So first of all, I'm in District Office and I'm going to go down to District Setup and I'm going to scroll down to my standards under Grading, and then I want to click on List Standards. So District Setup, under Grading, Standards, and then List Standards. When I get here, I'll see the Alabama Course of Study standards that have been pushed in by the state, and I can open up these carets to view each standard for each subject and then open it up for each grade. If I want to attach individual standards to courses, I can do that by clicking into the name of the standard. So I can click on grade 12 for this overall heading, and I would put the courses that I want this to show up in, this standard, in this courses box, and then I can click submit. However, this is probably going to be your option if you only have to do one or two courses maybe, or one or two standards, because you would need to click into each of these all the way down to the bottom. So we continue opening. I would have to click into all of these in order to have them all show up and add the courses here in each of them. So that's going to be a pretty long process if you're adding the standards to every single course that you teach in your district. So there is a way to do it quickly and grab all of the standards for a grade levels course all at the same time. So we can do that using our data export manager. So I'm going to come over here to importing and exporting, and I'm going to do data export manager. And in this, I'll be able to pull the standards I want to work with and edit all of those standards at once. So my category that I want to pull from is PowerSchool datasets. And I want to export from my standards district list. I would just go ahead and click all of these options over here. It's just going to give you more information to work with. So we'll just check that box and it pulls up all of this, and we can click on next. And now what we're going to do is we're going to filter down to the standards that we want to work with first. So it's important to always filter by the year. So first of all, I'm going to do year ID equals 32 and show those records. And I want to make sure that I'm only working with standards that are associated with this school year, so I'm not making any changes to previous school year standards. Then I can filter based on what I need. So let's say I want to change those 12th grade ELA standards. So I can search by the identifier contains ELA 21.12. So I'm going to pull all of my 12th grade ELA standards, click Show Records. So now when I scroll through here, I should see that all of these fall into that 12th grade standard for ELA. I can click through and just make sure I haven't grabbed anything that does not need to be altered with these 12th grade English standards. Okay, last page. All right, those are all ELA 21.12 standards. So now I can click on Edit All Filtered Records, and I'm going to get this flyout box. I want to make sure to be really careful when I'm doing this, because whatever I put in here is going to edit all of these standards. And so this is going to be, if you're doing this at district level, for your entire district. But in order to attach it to a course, what I'd want to do is click here for primary courses and then add in those course numbers that I offer in my district for English. So I've got one of them already grabbed. I'm going to go grab the other, paste it in. So I've got the two courses that I offer in my district as English 12. You would add in all the courses, comma separated, and click submit. Take it just a second to think about it. And then now when you scroll down and over, the last column has the primary courses. And so now all of the teachers that have these courses in their Power Teacher Pro, when they go in, they will see these 12th grade English standards. And then what I can do is I am finished with English, so I could go back and choose another identifier and find a next group of standards. And then when I have those standards isolated, I could edit those records and attach the courses that go with those standards. So that is a quicker way to do it with all of the standards for courses in subject areas at once. There is also another way that you can pull out your standards on a spreadsheet, and you can edit those in a spreadsheet and import them back in. So if you just wanted to pull all of your standards for year 32 and export those out, if I do this, just export, take it a minute. Once I pull up this export, this file that's going to come out, I can make the changes in the spreadsheet and I can import them back in. If I do not make any changes, so let me open this in Excel. Oops. There it is. All files. There we go. Open this. All right. Now when I have this, I can make changes as needed. So over here on my far right, I have primary courses, and this is just going to be all of my standards associated with everything. And as you'll see, like a lot of them already have courses attached in my district. Now, I will say that if you import this back in with the primary courses, it's going to just change the ones that the state pushed in. If you'll notice down here towards the bottom, I have some Opelika specific standards that I have created where we have changed the wording. So if you wanted to create your own, I have a kind of a spreadsheet worksheet that I could send you. If you're just wanting to attach the standards that are already in there, all you would do is either do the process I already talked about or export them out, put in the courses down here in the column for courses that go with that one. Make sure that you're wary about these ELA 15s that are still in there, since those are not accurate anymore. So my social studies, I would just find my 10th grade social studies classes and put those courses in there, and then I could import it back in. So I hope that helps.